No budget.
No budget.
I'm unemployed. I can't afford this.
I like the setup that I got going over here.
It's a little cozy.
Yeah. It's got some.
Besides these conditions you're putting me in, I have to hunch over like I never do that anyways.
You can have the boom.
No, fucking asshole.
They can't see it. They can't see you flipping me off and taking all your clothes off and ejaculating onto the desk and leaving.
Oh, you'd hear it. You'd hear that.
What would that even sound like? It'd just be like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, it's my dog.
That was like your dad or something, so I was like, because I was like, who could open the door?
No, Smiley opens the door a lot.
Dude, if my cats could do that, it'd literally be over.
Smiley's my dog, and we just kind of talked, dude. Chemistry here, man.
Yeah. The other guy didn't have that.
We could start it off with
We
this,
don't-
but
no.
like just
We don't talk about Nathan anymore, do
yeah.
we? He's
No,
not.
stop.
He's not a
no, stop.
DrewCeption affiliate anymore. Like you would have removed him from your channel list of like, check out my friends, and then Nathan.
Does
wouldn't
Nathan have a channel? Bleep that out and make him pay to have it unbleeped.
Come on, guys! I just want to comment on Rav videos.
Oh, yeah.
I remember I caught him. He caught him and he did like the little like smiley face of the scene. I responded. I was like pussy. And he like, why did you do that? It's on like the Rav
I remember.
vestiges. Did you see that?
We were in the same call.
Really?
Yeah, and you were like on. I forget if it was one of us was sharing our screen and just listening to it.
Yeah, because it like just dropped, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, Rav dropped.
We saw that and we were like, pussy.
I'm gonna tear this kid apart. He would have done the same to us. I hope.
The mics sound good, I think. Like, does this sound like me? I'm in your head, Kevin.
Get out.
You know, hold on.
Your dog likes me more than you. Did you know that?
Smiley, go lie down.
Smiley, go lie down. And she's actually
lie down.
and she's going over once I said it. Smiley, lie down.
Smiley, go lie down.
Um,
Yeah, that's right. Oh, what are you doing?
listening. Yeah, your dog likes me more than you. That happens a lot with people and they're women. They like me more.
Tell me about all your escapades with women.
I don't have any.
Make one up right now.
So I'm going to school in Boston next year.
Yeah.
And there's like a kind of cesspool of art hoes, you know, the lingo. It's like, I want art hoe girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that, but I lived that fantasy. But there's like a cesspool right in front of the school I'm going to. And
like, didn't they? I think I went over to your dorm, and it was kind of like tough to get around because there was like 10 outside your door.
I guess, but I mean, a lot of my sexual experiences, it was more or less like,
Lay down. Sorry.
yeah, I'll wait.
What were you saying?
So it was more or less like I would sneak into mass art when they were doing like, because there's this little area outside where they have like little canvases and like they'd have like a naked woman in the middle and they'd all paint her because it's like the study the female body.
Yeah.
And that would be my target's not the right word I will use. My point of interest.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
One thing that actually happened to me though is I was talking to this. I was on late Tinder, and
I want to hear Kevin's Tinder stories.
So
I remember I wrote the Ratatouille screenplay. Like,
I think we co-wrote it. I don't think it was
Yeah,
all
yeah.
you were like, okay, just do that, and then we kind of. I was like, can you help me with this? But there's this one chick. I just said some dumb like pickup line, and she and she was like, "OMG, I love your vibes." And she was like, and she guessed my astrology thing, but it was incorrect. So it was like Capricorn or Pisces, final guess. And I was like, "Are you guessing mine or am I guessing between yours?" And she's like, "Yours." And I sent a text earlier today where it's like, I was like, "I'm sorry to inform you that you're wrong." And I said, "I'm a Scorpio, I'm pretty sure." And I mean, hasn't been a response yet.
These astrology hoes all the same.
Other than that, it's not really like
Any?
it's like the thrill of the hunt. Once I know I can do it, I'm just like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, like not anymore because it's just kind of like wasting people's time. But at first, I was like, "Man, I want a girlfriend." But then it was like,
man, this is this is a lot of work.
no, it's not even work. It's like now that I know I could get one, I just don't really want one. Like I was in the car with Nathan because we were like going to Evans.
We don't talk about him.
I was in the car with Derek. And we were outside of Evan's apartment, and I was like, "Man, I could get my dick sucked right now, but I want to hang out with my best friends."
I think I remember that. I think I remember you telling him.
Yeah, I was like, "I could have got my dick sucked."
Watch out with the like table, because it like.
Don't talk to me like that ever again.
Hold on, all right, Smiley, I love you, but
This kid's literally gonna hit his dog. There's no webcam, so you have to take my.
come on, go lay down. Go lay down.
He actually like pushed his dog over.
Come on, Smiley.
Oh my god. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Are you really resorting to talking about girl troubles?
I wouldn't
First
call them
episode?
troubles. My only
Wait,
trouble is I don't want one.
We're kind of in like a similar position where we're like, I know I could.
Well, the difference is I'm not lying to myself, and you are.
Yeah. You can go if you want.
Last time you said that your dad said he's gonna offer us food, and then he was like, "If you yell at that boy one more time, I'm gonna whoop your ass." And then like Animal Crossing cut.
Can you watch hold on, cut that out. Watch the Animal Crossing video that's not gonna come out for another like 10 months. What are you getting? Thank you. That's very considerate, Kevin.
No, you're supposed to give that to me.
Give it to you.
You opened my water. You realize that I made you do that?
Dude, this is professional.
Well, whenever I go to someone's house, it's always like I always bring water. It's because sometimes they don't have what I need, and I get dehydrated and very uncomfortable.
Whose house have you gone where they didn't have? You walked in and they were like, "Hey, I'd love for you to be here, but no water today. Sorry."
Say this very house I've been in.
Isn't Charlton still like kind of shitty water? Should we bleep out Charlton?
I don't care. It's never been a problem for me because I have a well. Middle class.
Same here. Pound it.
But yeah,
It's still pretty fucked. Like the whole thing.
yeah. One of my friends who lives right by Bay Path, they have to have bottles of water.
Yeah. We have a well too, so I've heard.
Sorry. What, you're gonna do what I did?
Kevin is actually dying. Are you okay? Put your hands in the air.
It was partly a bit.
If we didn't have pop filters, this would be a very different experience.
That's partly a bit. That's
we're gonna post that we regret to inform you Kevin has
He
contracted
died.
COVID.
Yeah, I was thinking, what if I have COVID? I was coughing on the microphone. I was thinking, that reminds me of one time I was on the bus with
You good, man?
yeah.
Okay.
I was on a bus with someone, and I was like coughing or choking on something, and they're just watching me, and I was like, I couldn't breathe. I was like, and she just sat there, so, and I like, I looked, I was like,
Well,
I was like, what if I actually died?
yeah.
And she's sitting there, I was like,
It was like in class. I wasn't there for it, but Alex was. There was this like in the popularity like hierarchy, there was definitely two of opposite spectrums, if you get what I'm saying. So this one girl and this one guy are sitting together, and the girl's really popular, and the guy's like, I mean, probably not a loser, but like, probably like, sorry, I'm training off. Like they were just sitting next to each other. One's popular, one's not. That's it. And so the kid obviously has the sniffles, you know, it's cold season. And so he like breathes in through his nose and like, I mean, like kind of like, okay, like that's kind of gross, but you can't help it. But the kid is like just like kind of under the weather. She gets up in the middle of class and just like is like, I can't take this anymore. I can't do this. And like makes a huge scene about this kid just sniffing through his nose hole, man. And then like Alex afterwards, like they were talking on Snapchat and Alex was just like, it was a real dick move.
to the person I walked out. I'm trying to find, when you were saying unpopular, I was trying to find a picture of someone very specific, and that's why I was like, keep it going, because I wanted to make you laugh while you were describing them.
It's really weird. Like, I mean, this is kind of the reason why I didn't want to do this over like Discord or something. Like,
Yeah.
we can have conversations over Discord, but when you were like not looking at me, I don't know. It was weird. Like, I don't want to say.
Yeah, my bad.
No.
Trying-
I was just like, it's interesting to me to see like I was just like off the rails for a little. Like it was like
it's like, I think it's eye contact, because you can just.
Yeah.
I lick my lips.
Oh, Kevin.
I can't find the picture, so this is close enough. I was trying to be like,
that is the most popular. What if in like every fifth video that we post we hide
a frame
one of him? Yeah. It's interesting to me how like he just has no idea. Like he has no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't have to no names because it's part of, dude. Oh, that one's getting immortalized. You good, man? You coughing? We should have done vocal warm-ups.
It went down the wrong pipe because I was like about to laugh.
You want to do vocal warm-ups right now?
The person we are talking about.
It's just part of the vocal warm-up.
We make fun of you.
Kevin,
You don't know me, but I know you.
we can't keep any of this.
Yeah, now that I got that out, I not coughing.
Yeah.
What if I did have? What if I had COVID?
Yeah. I would have COVID. Because what we're doing tonight, little. What are you looking at?
I was looking away to see if you'd fuck up.
I thought someone was behind me. What is that?
It's Animal Crossing, I think.
Oh my god, it
That's
totally
your bell
is.
because what time is it?
What time
It's
is-
6 o'clock.
I wonder if that got picked up.
No way. It wasn't that loud.
What should we call this? What should we call this?
Sweet sensations.
Sweet sensations of the body and mind.
Yeah.
That's got to be a thing. Is that a thing? Look that up. Jamie. Jesse. Is it Jesse?
Jamie
Jamie.
on the
On the
rival podcast.
our number one rival
Was Sweet Sensations.
of the body and mind.
Find ASMR.
Yeah, if it was to be anything, it would probably be that.
Meditation. Body and mind.
Sweet sensation.
No, I don't see anything.
Can we take that?
Yeah.
Sugar sweets, yeah.
Sweet Sensations of the Body and Mind. That's the name of the podcast.
That has nothing to do with any of the podcasts. Like, really. It's just like,
Don't you get a sweet sensation when you hear my voice?
I can't argue with that. What about?
Well, there goes one of our ideas for a conversation.
What about what's the best thing that, or like, what's the most interesting thing that happened to you on a vacation?
The only
Have
time
you been on vacation?
Okay, I mean I have a story. It's not super interesting, but I've never really gone on vacation, but let me just get this closer. So I went to New Hampshire, it was like New Hampshire. It was my mom, my brother, and her rich friend. So it was always a good time. But we went on the Alpine slide. Do you know what that is? It's like the big.
That's the kind of cart thing, and it's like
Well,
concrete.
I was on a sled. I don't know what it might be made. I don't think it's concrete.
Oh yeah.
It might be. I think it's plastic, but like this big slide that goes down. Like I'm assuming, like Alpine.
Yeah.
But I remember this is in the summer before like 6th grade, and I remember this is like my bit for 6th grade. But everyone went down it fine. I think we went down it once fine. But the second time we were going, I was like, oh, that's so awesome. Let's do it again. So I went down.
That was like the beginning of the end.
Yeah. So there's a kid in front of me. He's just some
Poser.
R word. He wasn't actually, but I just remember him being some blonde doofus. He was younger than me, so I was probably like 12. But so he like stopped in the middle of it as I was going like, and I clashed into him, and I went flying out, and I was like off of it. And he just looked at me, he's like, you said stop! And he just like kept going down, and my slide went with him. So I was standing there, like the top of it. It was like the beginning. I had to walk down there, and my legs were all scraped and fucked up. And I was like, and I was just like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I kept walking down, and I was at like the very end, and some dude comes down of a slide. He's like, hey, you want to go down? I was like, not really. But he's like, well, I brought the slide down, so you kind of have to now. And I just went on the sled and just went down. And my mom just looked at me and was like, oh, we'll get you a Powerade and we'll get you like to the med bay. And it was like, psh. Or whatever.
Then they scanned and you got.
Oh, dude, the worst thing too is like my legs are stinging and stuff because they put the disinfectant. And then my mom's like, okay, we're going to the water slide place. And like I was like, Mom, no, I want to sit out. It stings. And then she's like, no, come on.
Come on, Kevin, don't be a buzzkill.
It was something like that. She's like, come on, just go. And we went, and like I was on the water. Oh my god.
I was such a retard in 6th. Well, okay. I think I was lame in 6th grade, and
I think you're lame now.
And I look back and like can acknowledge that. But I mean, I wasn't bothering anyone. Like I was just like a weird. We had a group of like 6 kids.
I was the same way.
And we were all like the Undertale kids.
we weren't. I wasn't down that peg. I wasn't in that peg.
So it was all just like our group, and I have like a million stories from that, like just gaggle of guys. But I don't know what made me think of it. Like maybe just like sixth grade and like talking about girls earlier. I remember I had a big crush on this one girl. I'm not gonna say any names. I think you can hear that.
I know.
So I was planning. I had big plan. I was like, I'm just gonna ask her. I'm just gonna ask her. And I was talking about it with my friends. And this was at like one point where I had kind of drifted to two of like some other kids in like a higher up, because like I feel like how school works is in middle school there's like a solid like foundation of a hierarchy, and it's like these are the cool kids, these are not. And then it just grays.
We had a really weird. I was like I floated, like I was a drifter. Like I wasn't unpopular, but I wouldn't say I was popular, but I don't know. But we had like bougie kids that smoked weed. then like some of them played sports, so they would like hang out with the football kids that were like all gay because they just like smack each other's asses. But then like some of them would smoke weed, so they got along with the bougie kids. Yeah. And then there's the Undertale kids. And then there's like
didn't hang out with them.
I was friends with some of them, but I wasn't like.
Layla was an Undertale kid too. She wasn't in our group, but she was like. She's told you about like she walked into my she was in my science class, and one day she was just like, "Do you like Undertale?"
No.
Oh, it was so funny. But like once you get to high school and like middle years to like the end of high school, it all just like falls apart, and everyone just knows who they are with, and it doesn't matter. Like
no one cares.
I mean, to some people, obviously it matters.
I mean,
like,
I understand like sports kids usually are kind of tight.
Yeah.
Well, in middle school, like I had a lot of superficial like sporty friends because I was funny. Well, like in like 7th grade, I think it was. No, 7th or 8th grade. Yeah, 7th grade. But this one kid like was trying to bully me. In like band, he'd like knock over my sheet music, and I was like, "You're a retard!" I'd knock his over. But I thought we were just being funny, but he was trying to bully me. But like he just thought it was funny, so he ended up like adopting me as his friend.
That's so funny. Oh man,
I was like, "Fuck you!" But he laughed. Like I would just like make fun of him, and I was like, "You're ugly. You have weird freckles." And like I don't think I said that, but I was like, it was like along those lines, just like shit on each other.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like we were tight for 2 years, but it wasn't like real.
Yeah.
But I think one of my only authentic friends that I still am really in touch with is Nathan.
Well,
I was thinking about not saying his name. So like, I'd say like some of my like more like real people are like this kid Joey. I'll still talk to some. Oh wait, I'm saying last names.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter. We can...
Yeah. Okay. But there's like Nathan's been there since like 5th grade. Leave that out too. And then Alvin. Yeah. Alvin's been there forever. And this kid Joey. Chris was kind of a staple for a while, but then he left.
Yeah.
What's funny is I don't know how I'm kind of switching off, but I just remember I had like a bunch of weird like sporty friends that just liked me because I was like kind of funny. But we didn't really have anything in common. I just made each other laugh.
Yeah.
But I would drift around like bougie kids, like that one kid that gave me the N-word pass. And I was friends with some of the super sporty kids because we were like a mob in like classes. But in freshman year of high school, immediately everything just kind of dropped.
Yeah.
And like it was just me, Nathan, and then like Chris was there, and then Evan just immediately linked to us, and we just immediately became like tight.
Yeah.
Because like it's weird to think about that me and Evan like we knew each other. We'd play Xbox sometimes, but like we were never like
that all started.
I would have never considered us friends, but like I would just know Evan's
pretty
cool.
much. Yeah.
Actually, I remember once One time I was talking to a girl in 8th grade at a school dance, and Evan was there, and he pulled me aside. He's like, "Just be cool, just be cool."
That's so something Evan would do.
I know. I was like, "Yeah, I got this, Evan. I got this." No, like that just flashed in my mind. Evan was always looking out for me.
And by the way, Kevin is not omitting my name on purpose. We met like a year and a half now, almost 2 years.
Yeah,
I think
something like
so.
that. Well, yeah, because I was talking about freshman year and we didn't know each other. I don't think.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't know you until sophomore year because my only in for you was Nathan.
Yeah.
And so I was friends with Nathan, and then I invited Cam, and he invited you.
Double
and then
date.
It's all history. But going back, I mean, tangents are good. I like tangents, but going back a while, I'm sorry, that came out like I was shitting on you.
No, I don't even.
I love you, Kevin, and I love your stories, and I want you to say them more. Kevin is showing me a heart.
It's not true at all.
So, in middle school, there was these two kids that I had grown accustomed to because of Boy Scouts. And I don't know, I would sit at their lunch table, but then one day one of the kids just did not like me anymore. Like out of nowhere, just was like, "Fuck this kid."
Oh, that's funny. To interrupt you.
Yeah.
Dylan the Bait did that to me once. And,
Really?
I think I was just like a bitch on Xbox. Like I was just a bitchy kid. But one day he just like completely switched up on me, and I joined the Xbox Live call, and he just would like not say a word, and I was in there. Like, Dylan, you were just talking. What happened? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. So we were hanging out, but then he hates me, and then he gets like, there was obviously one was like the master, and the other was like the parasite, who was just like kind of there to be popular because he's kind of lame. But I mean, if they listen to it, they must like know I'm talking about them.
It's middle school. Who cares?
Yeah, really. I don't hold any grudges. Yeah. Well, for this one, I might. So what happened is, since we were still like coming down from being friends,
to come down. That was crazy. Jesus.
I still sat at his table, but like at the other side. So I was talking to my best friend at the time, still one of my best friends, and it was like we were just talking, and I was like, I'm gonna ask her to the 8th grade Chevy sometime this week. It's gotta happen. That's how I talked, and
You still talk like that?
no. Okay, and so I.
Do you sound like to everyone?
I hate you.
I gave you that water.
All right. So I was talking to my friend, and I say that, and lo and behold, like the parasite kid heard it, and he overheard it. I don't know if I've ever told you this. Have I?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Okay. Because this is a good story. We go over. He comes over to me, and he says, "What was that about Sammy?" I was like, "Nothing." And it was funny because he used to date the girl that I had a crush on.
What the fuck, man?
But I mean, yeah, it's middle school. Good stories are good stories.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey man, don't worry, I'm here for you." Like in the like shitty guy kind of way. And what he does is he says, "You know what? I'll ask for you." And you know what he does? Because he didn't hear who I liked. What he did is he went at that lunch block. He went up to every single girl in the 8th grade. Every single girl went up to their tables and asked, "Hey, do you want to go to semi with Andrew Coulson?" Everyone.
Oh, you're a playboy.
And the only reason he did that
Because he didn't know.
no, because he wanted every single girl in the school to reject me. And there was...
Did you get any yeses?
I got one.
Fuck yeah.
I got one. And then I had to spend the rest of the day explaining to 20 girls I didn't know why I didn't want to go to semi with them.
Well, they didn't want to go with you either, so it didn't matter.
God, it was just like...
I told you about how I brought... Sorry.
Like, what an unbelievable dick move.
That's so funny. That's awesome. I ever tell you... You know how I brought the body pillow to my semi?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm such an attention whore.
What was it?
It was the Rick and Morty one. The Mr. Poopy Butthole one.
I don't know if I've seen that.
Oh.
I gotta see this now.
Yeah, so... I didn't have a date to it. I was like, So I had a girlfriend in 8th grade, but for some reason I cared about her because like we were dating, but we didn't talk.
It was like middle school dating.
We did not talk to each other. We didn't sit next to each other. We didn't do anything remotely close to each other besides texting.
Yeah.
And we like went to see a movie or two.
Well, that's funny because the girl that I like or liked, I mean, I actually did like end up asking her, and she said yes, and then we dated for like, it couldn't have been more than like 2 weeks. Like we went on a date that was like, thinking back to it, it was like the worst thing ever. It's like, it started out I went down to the baseball field in town, and she was there, but she was talking to her friends. So I stood there in the middle of the like alley next to the field. Like she was like, "Oh, hold on 1 second." And I was like, "Hi." And I just stood there like waiting for her. But then we watched the rest of the baseball game, I think. And we walked up, we went onto like this track and field, and we just walked around and held hands.
Awesome.
But I mean, I can't remember like any of it. I can't remember anything else that happened. I remember I stepped on a Gatorade. Like there was an old Gatorade thing.
Yeah.
And I stomped on it and like the cap went flying. I was like,
yeah.
that do anything for you? But that was just like...
Yeah, I never really had any... We watched a movie and it just made her laugh the whole time because I'm fucking hilarious.
The message of this podcast, everyone, Kevin is fucking hilarious.
Pretty much. But so it was weird because we like barely spoke to each other beyond like texting. I think it was because I was afraid to go near her when she was around her friends.
Yeah.
And when we broke up, like my brain convinced me that I cared about her. It's like, oh, I love her. She's my girlfriend. So I was like really sad about it for a really long time. So like my coping mechanism. I got into school Twitter for this too.
Really? I was just told this was the best date of the night. Love when kids can have fun and
Yeah,
be
he thought I was
themselves.
autistic or something.
Middle school.
He thought I was like autistic or something.
That is so funny. Can we put that tweet up?
Sure. I'll say, if you remind me. Okay. If I can find a tag picture, I'll show you which one. So like we're all in like the same friend group. It's like fake friends pretty much. I don't know if it was fake friends. I just remember it that way because we never spoke to each other after we left middle school. But like we were all in the same group and we all took a picture, and me and Nathan are awesome in this picture. And you can tell one girl who looks really unhappy in the picture, and that was my ex-girlfriend. And it's because I'm in the picture. Look at this.
Wait. Wait. That is super funny.
You can tell which one's the...
Yeah, is it all the way?
Yeah, that one's like...
Yep.
I was like, come on, man. I didn't say anything.
You were like, look what you could have had. Yeah, I remember my first like girlfriend. It was a couple days before we were gonna go to semi, and I was at a party, and I told her, "Hey, like, sorry, I won't be able to respond like much. I'm at a party," and she says, "Okay," and then
Bye.
I see she's texting, like later into the party, like while the party's like kind of dying down, but there's still enough left to sink in really bad news. um, I get this like paragraph long text of her saying she wants to break up with me, but she still wants to be my friend.
Oh.
And I saw
Oh
it,
my
and I
God.
was just like, I think my first response was, "Are you breaking up with me?"
Yes.
But then she just like went on and was like, I still want to be friends.
You're toxic. You're toxic. I hate you.
And I was like, I look back, and like I don't want to look back and say like, why did I care? Like
Like me.
because I mean, it was just like a kid. Like,
Yeah, it's like your first
Yeah.
experience, so it's like
You just get
you get what you get.
you get so swept up in
Yeah.
it. Like it's like that. Have you ever seen that like Omegle screenshot? And it's like,
The
I'm
emo?
sad. No, it's like, I'm sad. It's like, why? It's
Sounds
like, my
familiar.
girlfriend broke up with me. It was like, how long were you dating? It was
A
like
day.
13 hours.
Yeah, because like I don't know. I mean, I appreciate the memories I had of the relationship, and as a kid, it was like the happiest moment
yeah.
of my like middle school.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, I'm like, that was stupid. That happens like
Yeah.
every other week when I just talk to a girl, and then it just sucks because
Yeah.
we don't actually like care.
It's like, I don't know, man. Like, I was not a happy kid in middle school. I was bullied, and like a lot of the time, like my friends were all like they had something wrong with them.
Yeah.
So like there was this one kid who I swear is bipolar, because we'd be joking around, and then I would say something, and then he would like turn away and like get really mad at me. I was like, what did I
What's your
do?
deal?
But I mean, like, I'm trying to think back on the happiest like moments of like middle school, and it's just like
Kinda
having
sucked.
that like there's nothing else but like having that like relationship, and just like, not saying I'm like I miss it, but
It was just cool.
I'm very like thankful that it happened, and it kind of like got me through it. So that was like deep. Got a little deep there.
I don't know. I was like the same. Well, I never got bullied. Well, someone tried to and failed. I had like, I went through a period where like I just didn't really have friends in classes. I just had no one to talk to. I was like, this fucking sucks. And like I just like, it was weird because I don't know about your school, but a lot of it was kind of like separated based on your math class, and all my friends are just smarter
Yeah.
than me with math.
Yeah.
So I was just kind of in like the jungle,
Well,
and everyone else is in like the utopian math society. I was like,
funnily
algebra
enough,
1.
funnily enough, they still kind of did that in 8th grade, but what they had was they had like, you were part of the green team or the blue team,
Yeah, we had that.
and so that was when I was in 5th grade. They had that, but the first year that I joined middle school, they got rid of that because they thought it was like some kids were better than others. But it was like, it was obvious that they still did it, but they just didn't like tell you.
Yeah.
Because instead of before, it was like you got all green team classes or all white team
Yeah.
classes. Then it was like they switched it, but it was like, come on, I have all green team classes.
You knew your place. When
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
in, we had like the hierarchy of if you were in D block math, you were smart, and I was in like A block math with all the like monkeys. And then, like I'd see them. It was like, yes, today we'll be doing pre-algebra problems in 7th grade, and I'm sitting there, I was like, man.
I never took pre-algebra. We had like a placement test.
And you got algebra 2
I got
in
algebra
freshman year?
1.
In freshman year?
8th grade. Algebra 1 in 8th grade.
Yeah, and then you got algebra 2 in freshman year. I think I had pre-algebra in 8th grade because I was the lowest of the low in math.
God, looking back, like, I mean, other than like 7th and 8th grade, nothing mattered.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Not even like, dude, high school barely mattered.
yeah.
The only thing that matters, I went to a trade school and took programming. It doesn't even like, I really don't think it mattered for like where I'm going. And
On the opposite spectrum of that, like, I needed to take calc because of what I want to do in life.
yeah,
And if I had failed that one test, like if I had gotten a couple questions differently back in 7th grade, I wouldn't be taking calc right now.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's just weird.
we're on like the other side where I kind of got screwed over by it, but you benefited from the system. The system favors you.
That is so messed up that they take kids who like can't take algebra 1 in middle school. So they either
Okay, you can take in high school.
they either have to just not take calculus in senior year, or they have to like do something over the summer.
You have to get like a tutor. Oh yeah, yeah. And then this year people just got screwed over.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't even get like added to it, even though I wanted to, and I wanted to take normal calc.
How's remote learning been for you? You holding up?
It's not remote learning; it's extra nap time, bro. I'm so glad college is in person.
Yeah.
I would not be going to college if they were like, oh, by the way, we are only doing online learning, or you stay home, which it'd be cheaper, but I wouldn't learn, so it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't learn when
Yeah.
it's remote. It's all review, and I feel like some of the teachers know that.
Oh yeah.
Because
Screwed over my shop grade for a while because I would just fall asleep and he'd actually teach us, and I'd be like, oh, what?
I still haven't gone into a shop Zoom call.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You've been on
Co-op all year. Yeah.
must suck. I'm broke.
I mean,
and you aren't, but I have the riches of my laughter with my friends, which I mean, it kind of sucks being in that room with COVID, with the pandemic, but like,
the pandemic.
cut that. But we make do. Country girls make do, as I've heard before.
Because it's like, I don't know, man. Like, it's a lot. Like, remote learning seems like on the first, like,
It sounds great.
yeah, playing Animal Crossing back on this day,
Mrs. Cody's
a year ago.
Mrs. Cody's like 7 a.m. Zoom calls. I was just doing all my chores.
I didn't go. I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go to them?
I would go to a couple of them, but she was like, "Oh, these are bonus points." I'm like, "I'm not doing that."
Oh, I needed them because I was like, in junior year,
Watch
I was.
the-
Oh yeah, my bad.
Um,
Watch that. Yeah, you have sensory issues, kid. Watch that. You're scratching your. Hey, move this over here. It needs to be right there, or I will have a heart attack.
just
Idiot.
start touching the mic, like punching it.
But I needed it because my grade was awful. Because in junior year, I was miserable the whole year, and I was just like, man, this is the one class I can't do right now. So I just never did my work, and I had like a 70.
I'm trying to think what my favorite year of high school is, because I know it's not freshman or senior.
Honestly, dude, I think senior's my favorite year.
Yeah.
Just because of like, it's way more social for me.
I think it's got to be junior, because sophomore year I was still like.
It's when I came into the fray.
It is. I mean,
Junior year was the first year I was rolling.
oh, I'm contending sophomore year because like the high I got from like knowing Nathan and being in that chemistry class.
Yeah.
And like playing. Oh, you weren't in our chemistry
No,
class.
I wasn't. I was in like
Our chemistry
one.
class.
You had everyone but me.
It was so great. Because what happened was we would have like the wrong lunch because we had juniors in there. And we would just go into the media center and just play Smash Brothers and poker like all lunch. And then the chemistry teacher, Miss Sidlow, she's great. And she was kind of, I asked her for a college recommendation, and she was like, she asked, the first thing she asked was like, "Hi, I saw you gave me a recommendation. Was this a mistake?" And I was like, No, I thought I I had a good time in your class, and I thought it was like I did well. And then she like I think I made a joke like I was like, and 106 on the final isn't bad, and she made no mention of it in the follow-up email, like no riff or anything. It was like I shouldn't have said that.
You didn't have the relationship you thought you did.
Yeah.
I knew one chick she gave a letter recommendation to, but she was like not a good student, but Mrs. Silla just liked her, so she just wrote her a letter of recommendation. And I remember she was in dental, and she was actually at the dentist place I was going to. She's weird. She used to call me ugly, but I was just funny, so she just liked me.
Who was it? We can cut
Her name. She was a senior, so she's like in college right now. Her name's like Eliana.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but she just like called me ugly, and I was like, "What the fuck, man? I'm not ugly."
Wait, she did?
Yeah, in like class, like, "You're ugly," and I'm like, "The fuck?" I was like, "Man."
That's like, God, that's just like the worst.
No,
It's like,
I didn't even like. I don't know. She was like mean to me, but I just like rolled with it. And then she's like, "Come sit over here. I like you." And then like, it was like one of those like same with the kid from 7th grade. It was just like that. But she like recognized me at the dentist thing. She went over and like talked to me at like the dentist, and we were just talking. I was like, "Oh yeah, what's up, man?" And then she's like, "Yeah, Miss Siddle gave me a letter of recommendation," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And this made me think about.
well, they can't write anything bad.
Well, no,
on
but
it.
she liked her
Yeah.
just because she was like,
Who did Evan get his from? Did he get any? Actually,
There's
all right,
no-
I want to talk about that,
Mhm.
but I want to talk about something first that just goes on with that. It's really quick. One time I was at the dentist, and me and my mom, we were waiting in the dentist's office. We got our teeth done. Blah blah blah.
cavities.
And we went 17 cavities. We walk out, and I go into the bathroom because I have to go pee pee, and I go pee pee. This is like a really roundabout way to tell a story. So I go out, and I'm waiting for my mom to come out, and this lady walks out of the bathroom, looks at me like dead in the eyes, and she's like, "Hi, Andrew," and just like, "Hi," and she walks upstairs, and I'm like, "That was, oh my God, it was my 2nd grade art teacher," and I was like in like sophomore year, and I was like, one, I don't recognize you. Two, how do you recognize
Yeah, right.
me?
No, teachers just kind of have that
Yeah.
like look on people, like they just know.
I saw her face. I was like, is there something? Oh my God. Like, it was just like, it was so weird.
Yeah, right.
Like, just to see someone that like you haven't seen in like that long, and you never like, I don't know.
I have like goat vision right now. Like I keep trying to focus on you, and then my eyes are. It's because I've been wearing contacts all day, but my eyes like literally defocus on you, and I'm like, no, I
Do you
got.
not have your contacts?
No, I do, but I've had them in for like the whole day, so like
Oh.
my eyes just like.
Do you want to take them out?
No, I'm all good.
Okay.
Like my brain just kind of.
It's just like one eye is straight. It's like,
Yeah, like a chameleon, bro.
It's your superpower.
It'd be pretty dope if I could do that. Do tricks up.
Some people can.
Yeah.
They have like full control of their eyeballs.
People
It's
can like
really
wiggle
weird.
their. I was talking to this one person once, and she's like, "Yo, I can wiggle my ear." And I was like, "No, you fucking can't." And she's like, "Check this out." And she showed me a video, and just like up and down with no hand, and like,
What the fuck?
yeah, people have like so much control over stuff that I literally like.
It's like a word for it. It's like
Re-
they said it on
ret-
Gumball. They said it on Gumball.
Oh yeah, when he could like make himself
yeah,
not
yeah,
sick.
yeah. It was like he was spinning
Yeah.
his arms around. Yeah. If you could change colors like chameleon and be perfectly invisible, but there's like a chance. Stop saying, "Can I be black?" What if you could like be perfectly invisible, but like someone could still like bump into you? Like, what would you do? What would be like too far that you were like, there's too much risk involved? Like, if you were like, let's say you're a crime guy, because you're into crime. You like robbing banks and like,
Yeah.
Like-
I go to convenience stores and just
yeah,
lift them.
you rob them.
It's my usual shtick.
You've been talking to me about like some bank heist in
Where do you think I got this jacket?
in Worcester, Massachusetts, in
Worcester State, Worcester County area.
at on March 30th at 7 p.m. You were talking to me about that.
Yeah, the video won't be out by then,
Yeah.
so it won't matter. But
Yes, it will.
evidence. This will be evidence, and you'll have a lawsuit.
Yeah, and you're gonna be in jail.
No.
I'm ratting. I'm gonna get paid.
You're not gonna get paid. You're gonna get like witness protection because you're gonna think I'm dangerous.
What would you do?
Kill you.
No, with chameleon powers.
I'd probably just if I ever didn't want people to fuck with me in like a city or something.
You could like if someone was talking to you and you didn't want to be there, you could just like go invisible.
Like would my clothes be invisible too?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. If I just didn't want to interact with people, or if I like.
But they could like
Touch
grab. Yeah, they could like touch you and just be like, "Nope, you're sitting down here."
Well, no. What I'm thinking is if I'm like walking, like I'm like getting out of my car, and I'm like, look like shit today. Like I don't feel like shaving. I'm not gonna put on anything good.
Oh, and then like your coworkers know, and they're just like, "Morning, Kevin," when they see the door open.
Another day, another dollar. Hey guys,
Kevin. That'd be really funny.
I just do it if I didn't want people to fuck with me. Don't hit me up.
Yeah.
I just be gone.
If you're like FaceTiming someone and they're like, "Hey Kevin, want to talk about college and your future?" Oh, do people do that to you?
What?
Like they just like talk nonstop about college and what you like are gonna do with your life?
Me and my parents talk about it sometimes. I don't really shove it down my throat. Just like, oh yeah, I know it's expensive, but
Yeah.
just co-ops could be worth it. So.
Because my coworkers,
Oh yeah.
man, like
My dad used to be like that when I was in middle school.
they just want to be young again. I feel like.
Yeah.
But like they just won't stop talking. It's like I appreciate it, but it's like sometimes I don't want to think about college.
Yeah, right. I've kind of had that stuff all wrapped up. Besides, like, I have not done scholarships.
Yeah.
I did like a couple and I didn't get them because they were like.
I did the Bay Path one because I haven't been too worried about it if I go to QCC.
Yeah.
Cause catch me at QCC DrewCeption live.
No. But oh, you go on.
Yeah. So, cause like I did the Tool scholarship, so I'm gonna get free tuition, half off fees, like probably at least like $4,000 towards books and stuff, and like
you can get
that's
books
fun for
online,
me.
so like you
Yeah.
need to spend on that. But I thought that was only for Quinsig because it said like
Yeah,
it said
there was
something
like
about-
an extra
it said like,
scholarship.
well, I thought that was just the whole thing.
Yeah.
So on like one of the last days it was due, I see Louis Ignacio walk in with it, and I go, "Wait, is that like only Quinsig?" I say, "No," and I look at it and I was like, "But why is this thing to say only Quinsig?" Like, it's another thing. It's like, why would they put that there? So I got screwed out of money I would have totally gotten. I
Yeah.
feel like
It was like one essay and then like fill out some forms.
I'm too tired
Yeah.
to do essays. I don't know. They pile so much. It feels like they pile so much work on us, and then they go, "Oh, write these essays or you're stupid."
Well, a lot of the work, I still feel like it comes from teachers who are like, they're at home all the time. They have all the time in the world.
Yeah, but like I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I can't do these. Sorry.
Yeah. Because like my coworkers, I told them I want to be an astrophysicist. And
Yeah, right. All right, what do you actually want to do, Mr. Janitor?
and they have just like, they just want it. They're like, so what? Like one time someone asked me like an astrophysics question. It's like, I don't know. That's why I'm going to like study it.
So you're smart, right? You're smart, right? How many fingers am I holding? And I go, what? You're not. What?
How many fingers? It's like, thumb doesn't count.
Yeah. My toes are up. My toes are crossed.
I remember someone
You were
said, like,
the kind of kid that if you played tag in recess and someone they like blew the whistle and everyone's going in line and someone tags you and on you go, "I quit."
dude, do you want to hear a story? Do you want to hear a story?
You were that kid.
You
were that kid.
This might be the last story of the podcast,
All right.
but I was absolutely that kid. what happened?
I know how to read people.
You know what happened?
What happened?
Well, it didn't happen often. Like, it didn't happen a bunch of times. I was running away from someone, but they were faster than me, and they tagged me. And I was like, I don't want to be tagged. So what I did was I tripped over, went to the grass, and started pretending to throw up. I haven't told anyone that I pretended to throw up. I haven't told a single soul. I was like spitting. Like, it was like, oh. And everyone was like, oh my God, what happened? And they were like, they got a teacher, and she like was like, come on, I'll bring you to the nurse. And I go into the nurse's office, and she's like this senile old lady. And she was like, so you threw up? And I was like, oh, well, more of like a spit up, throw up. And she was like, did you spit up or throw up? And I was like, I threw up. I have to go home. And she was like, you're not going home.
That's what you get for being a cheater.
And now thinking about it, it's like, what beef did you have with a second grader?
Yeah, right, dude. When we were in like elementary school, we went like kids went hard.
Yeah.
So we had like a little I was in the tag group somehow, but we had like a little like a wall climbing thing into like a big tower, like two slides. When people were playing tag, they fucking like grabbed each other. They grabbed each other, they threw each other off. And I was like, I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be that guy that gets thrown off by my like shirt. So I would never like. I mean, but they're like, you. And I was like, oh my God, I was not built for this. But they like fucking throw each other off, and like I'd like see people on their backs. I was like, oh my God, that ain't me.
That's funny shit, man. I remember we
play tag every single day of recess.
Yeah. I felt
First,
bad.
sorry.
I felt bad for Aiden that lives down the block. He was a bigger kid when he was in middle school, and everyone would tag him, and then he couldn't tag anyone else.
The thrill of the hunt. We played tag from like first grade to fourth grade. It was so awesome.
There's a lot good about.
We were never hiding. I remember once this kid was being an asshole, but he was like in charge of who could play tag or not. It was Devin. Do you know him?
No.
Oh, he's in our school. He's in like cabinet. He's like ripped because he had like a personal.
I'll bleep his name.
Whatever. But yeah, Evan wanted to play tag with us, and Devin's like, "No, I don't want him to play." Last time he played, he fell over and cried, and Evan Hall was like, "Okay," and he went. I remember seeing him one day at recess because recess like went on for a while. Or it might have been like a class recess or something. But he was just sitting under like a thing crying. And I was like, "Oh my God!" But I was like, "That's fine. I'm still playing tag."
Can't get me.
I just have that memory of him. I'm still playing tag.
That's really funny. All right. One last one. This has like nothing to it. It was just a middle school story. One of my friends in like the bipolar one that I was talking about. Yeah. We were like building a dam at the top of like some pavement in like there was like a little stream going down. We were just like building a little dam. And a spider crawled up to it, and this like special ed kid came up, and he was like, "Spider!" And he stomped on our dam. and my friend who was building it with me, like at the time, the bipolar kid. I think I'm just gonna refer to him as bipolar kid. I don't even know if he was. But he was not fazed by destroying the dam. He was like, why would you go and kill one of God's creatures? It was like, God made that spider beautiful.
That was a beautiful. That's like I feel like I would say now. That's a beautiful creature, and you killed it.
And then I was like, I don't know. I forget why like I would want to like suck up to the kid because I was just kind of a loser. I was like, that kid probably thinks a lake is about as beautiful as a cup of water.
We haven't changed. We haven't changed.
I love that we've reverted back to like.
Wow, that's you wouldn't have caught it. You wouldn't have caught it if it was a fish in a barrel.
I was so fake because you know why I said that? Because earlier, like yesterday, when I was in the car, my mom looked over to a lake and said, "Oh, look how beautiful it is," and I said, "What do you look at a cup of water and say it's beautiful?" I think that's a good place, unless
You're
you
an
have
asshole.
anything.
I had something, but I lost it when you made fun of your mom. Oh yeah, I can't believe you beefed with a retard.
I didn't.
You beat
I
you
just-
like you wouldn't know what a lake. You wouldn't know a lake was beautiful.
No, I
if it
didn't
was a-
say that to
Yeah,
him.
but you were
because I
thinking-
felt like this is wrong.
This is
like
wrong.
something's wrong.
Yeah, but
about
you didn't
this.
do anything. Silence is violence, Andrew.